Morning.
Good morning.
In
Rakeel, I see you caught that move last night too.
Oh, which one?
GJ.
Oh, yes. Yes, I caught those cells.
That was nice.
It was very nice. A lot of people caught those cells.
Yeah. I was waiting for the retest, waited for that bullish candle to pass the 15, and it's a nice drop.
Yeah, it came at the right time. It's pretty good. I saw it drop, and then I think it was Josh. Josh mentioned in the Slack group, he's like, "Oh my God, GJ," and I'm like, "Oh, what's happening?" And I look at GJ. GJ's falling. I'm like, "Oh, okay, shit. It's just retracing to fall more."
Yeah, it was awesome. I was on Paul's stream, and I was getting ready to go to the gym, and I had my self stop activated, walked away real quick, and then all of a sudden I hear everyone screaming on the live stream. So I run over, my trade's already done. I hit my take profit. I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, those trades are pretty good.
yeah, I caught that one too.
Good. Yeah, very nice.
Good morning.
Yeah, I caught that one too.
Morning.
Morning.
So I came to the charts and I see there's a little bit of a consolidation build up here onto the left hand side. It's probably affecting gold here. Gold is just in a range here. Gold is in the range. Yep. Gold is just ranging. Oh, that's a tight range.
It's like no volume.
Nothing. Yeah, the only clear thing I can see on gold is this 1569 area. That's about it. 1569 once 1572 breaks. So you know the two main pairs I trade are GJ and gold. They both are ranging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the next best pair I trade sometimes. It's going to be GP CAD. CAD has been weak for a long time, so I should push GP CAD bullish. Okay, there we go. Let's do some analysis here. Let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour seems like it can push up higher to this area right here. Let's look at the daily. Ooh, daily is actually pushing up. Daily's gonna come up. See that? Daily's gonna come up over here, 1.72360, like around 15-20 more pips. 4 hour bullish, 1 hour bullish, 30-minute bullish. Let's take a look at 15-minute. 15-minute is creating some sort of support here, but for 15 minutes to create a solid support here, now you see this is trending up. See this here? 15 minute created a, what's this? Support here, and this 15 minute, if it closes bullish, it's going to continue moving up. 1.72350, which is 15 pips away.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so if you trade the pairs, let's say like GJ, there's no trade on GJ. I mean, if someone can take a trade, for sure, go ahead. But this is just ranging. If you look at this range, let's measure this range. This is a 30 pip range, right? But if we go up, there's no much. I mean, there's not enough clear. I don't like the buys because resistance is right there. Sells. Let's see here. Let's talk about sells here. For sells, if it starts to come down, there's a lot of consolidation here too. So there's a lot of zigzag pattern. Up down, up down, up down. So I don't like this. What I want to do is I would want to see a break above 142,500 because if you look left now, there's clean traffic going all the way till 142,650. This is what I would like. A break above 142,500 to come up over here, or a break below 142,180 to come all the way down to 142 even. See this here? This clean traffic here. So these are the two areas I would want to target. So I got my most recent support resistance, this one and this one, and then I got the next one if one of these breaks. So this is the trade I'm going to be looking to take here. Very important. I will do this every day. This area here and this area here. These two are the trading areas. Look at Euro USD. Sanjeev, I think you should look on the screen and read what it says. It says, don't say look at this or look at that. Man, you guys are bad at following directions. Wow. So these are two things I'm going to be waiting for. So now, once price is in here, I'm just waiting. You just have to wait. GP CAD also I'm waiting for here. I guess I'm going to wait now because, GP CAD, essentially, it created a high. It's got to come down, create some support to continue back up. So I'm going to wait for buys on GP CAD. GJ, I'm waiting for a breakout. Gold, same thing. I'm waiting for a break below 1572.60 to come down to 1569. If, let's say, gold breaks up. So now here's the tricky part, right? Gold daily, it tapped into this resistance 1577, right? Which was also tapped on the 10th of February as well. And then the daily went down. So now daily is going back up. Looking at the weekly, yeah, weekly is kind of tricky. Like, who knows? A weekly might flip bearish or go bullish. It's kind of tricky. Not going to go into the monthly because we're trading the small time frame, so it doesn't make sense to look at the monthly right now. Yeah, things are ranging, so it could be a very, very hard day if you decide to take risks in a range.
Well, I'm in a gold sells.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's see what happened. I sent the chart. I took it based on the 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple trade,
Yeah, it makes sense. Rejected, strong rejection.
Yeah. I mean, that big wick to the upside.
Yeah. The only thing that bothers me is that once 1 hour comes down towards 1572, then there's these wicks. So that's the only thing that's...
Yeah, well, I mean, below these wicks, it would be a safer trade to take.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus, you're an experienced guy, So if you can make it work, you can make it work.
Hey, let's see.
Right. Euro AUD sells. Yeah, this looks good. You have the 30-minute here. It broke below support. You have a stop above this candle and your TP is down towards this zone, which is a clear range. So this, theoretically, this should be a perfect trade to go bearish.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. How'd you do this, man? It looks so nice.
It's almost done, actually. I'm about to close out half profits.
Oh, it's running. Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going down, man. It's a nice trade.
Okay, 30-minute. This is the last 15-minute candle of this 30-minute candle. If this 30-minute candle closes bullish, we will have support formed here and the next one should continue moving up. So for the 30-minute to close bullish, I would want to see a 15-minute close bullish.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, good morning, good morning.
How are you, dude? Good.
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, wicked, man. Good session this morning as well, so good.
Oh, what'd you do this session?
I'll send you, excuse me, I'll send you a chart.
Oh, don't like how the markets are moving right now? Gotta head out, so no trading for me. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, what's this chart here? Oh, okay. Oh, nice. You guys had buys.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is the perfect candle close, Chris.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That was a good one, right? That was a simple option, I thought. Because you could have took, if we were earlier, we could have had the other way, going down and following a bit more of the lower time frame bias, but based on what was happening and being a bit fluid, as you say, you know, you can catch it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty hosts the London live streams here, if anyone's interested.
Yeah, boy.
We caught that. We caught that.
Yeah, it was good, man. I mean, if the stream was on earlier, obviously if we were awake, you could have caught the sales down from the resistance, but I was asleep, man.
Oh, this is a nice.
Good thing.
It was a move. It was a good move. But then it just come back, rejected that level, and it's kind of stayed in there now. So it's got
Good thing we caught the buys because it's ranging now.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Same as yesterday. We'll see what happens into New York. Might just drop again. Never know.
Hopefully it pops out of that range.
Hey, Chris, on your Instagram, you have your link to the London session?
Hang on. I'm not sure.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Do I not?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's on there. It's not a link. It's typed on there. Yeah, you can see it on there, man. Definitely.
All right. So people are asking here. I'm going to put Chris's Instagram down over here.
Yes, dude.
Man, people should pay us for this.
You know what I'm saying? Advertising. Right, so I'm on 2825 followers. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's the so that's his Instagram. There, if you go, you'll find the link where he hosts London sessions. And if you can't find the link for the London sessions, man, you should just stop trading altogether.
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah, don't bother trading.
Cheers, bud.
Geo on 30 minutes is making a fake out, like it looks. So
Yeah, it looks like. Wow, Kibara got stopped out.
Oh, GP Cat is pushing up here. I'm in a buy on GP CAD. 1.72226 is my entry. 1.7222226.
Oh, I see.
Right there. The 15-minute has broken the high of the previous 15-minute, so there's a higher chance it will finish bullish. and I'm taking this risk. Oh shit! Got
Oh,
Yo,
Oh.
what happened there?
No.
That's news, bro.
And
Hey,
wow.
that don't happen often. What the hell happened there?
Yeah, that was a
What the
perfect
fuck?
moment for the curb your enthusiasm music.
Yo,
it's like the same thing when it happened when you remember you placing a stop loss.
Hey,
These
that,
motherfuckers.
that happened when
You
Ted came on last time.
fuck.
It just instantly went up.
What the
Oh,
fuck
man.
happened, man?
This
That's
will
got
be
me.
a great highlight, man.
Just pulled the trigger and the yard got stopped out.
Man.
Yo,
Wow.
let's check the news, man. Some shit's happened.
No.
Hilarious.
Yeah, GJ's dropping too.
Someone set
Good
stuff
thing
in.
it took
This is-
G yourselves.
I bet this is Boris axing people in Parliament or
I was
something.
gonna say he's reshuffling his cabinet today, right? So
Bet
it
that's
might be
yeah,
that.
yeah, could well be.
Yeah,
Might
so
be.
that was my one trade for the day here. I'm done for today.
Dude,
Wow.
that was out of the blue.
Man, I was just breaking the trade down.
So what's going to happen here is that's
Yeah, that was a
unlucky.
perfect moment for the curb your enthusiasm music.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they've quick.
Damn, GJ traveling.
If you took a sell, damn.
I don't know why that's. That, this could fly back up, man. I don't know what's going on here.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just no way I'm touching this now.
Oh.
Something's
Wow.
playing.
Look at that. That's just stupid. Wow. Well, the good thing is now when I'm looking at it, this is a level here. And if it closes above here, I'm still going to look for some buying confirmations later on in an hour or so if they happen. Well,
That's mad.
I think GJ will fill this work.
I don't like how it's moving at all right now.
with all this shit happening, I am staying away.
Yeah.
Good thing I took like that geo fake out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was entertaining. So looking at GJ, that pulled right down to that bottom, that 200, that support I was using this morning, exactly to the button on 15 minute. So that's mad.
Fuck.
Oh, UK Finance Minister Javed resigned. Oh, really?
Resigned?
Oh, I haven't got that yet. I've got someone else who remains as Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, but I haven't seen anyone sort of resign yet.
Resigned, man.
Bezos just bought his home for $165 million. The most expensive home in California. That's insane.
Where are you getting this news from?
Yeah, I can't see that yet. Where was that news from? Whoever said that? So I can't see it at all. On BBC.
Man, I wonder who took this cell with me. And they helped.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I was just reading it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, those things you can't explain in the market.
Nah, man, that's just how it happened.
Man, a week ago, I had this discussion with somebody, and he was like, "Well, why can't you tell if someone's gonna like do something in parliament from the market?" I'm like, "You can't." He's like, "You should be able to," and this started arguing with me.
Well, unless you're sitting there as well, I don't think you can. Don't think you'd know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like these things, he would have started arguing like, "Hey, how could I have caught this move down?" Like, you just can't. There's no way.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So I think that was just a shock to the market.
I think you're right.
I think it's still going to continue moving bullish.
That could be a decent. If you're looking at a 4 hour, that's created a bit of a lower wick.
Yeah, because this was a resistance here. This was also resistance, and then if price closes above this level, it's still going to continue moving up. Now I'm going to wait for this high to break, or I'm going to wait for a bullish candle to form over here somewhere. Wow.
You know, say support above that zone. That's strange, dude. That was just bad timing.
Yeah. What's this? I noticed you often take some profits at 10 pips. Have you analyzed? No, I only do 10 pips.
I'm looking at GJ for a potential daily flip. Looking at where it's pulled down to. We shall see.
We shall see what happens here. Yeah, if GJ breaks above 142.500, we're heading up.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a run up to that 800 level. Let's see if we can get past there.
Yeah, this should now continue moving bullish. The thing is, if I enter now, where's going to be my stop? That's the thing. Because the stop is not going to be, definitely not going to be down over here. Probably somewhere
Would you
like
use the previous, maybe?
halfway, yeah. Halfway here, somewhere, and then TP up over there.
But I kind of forget that happened, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And just use the previous candle.
Yep. Or you can just, if you're just willing to take the risk, you just take the risk.
It's pushing.
Wow, I'm saying this is going to fly, man.
It's going to continue going up now.
Yeah, GJs are going to be the same if we can break this level.
Yeah, if GJ breaks above, yeah, that's true. 142.500 and beyond. How did you control -6 pip while the price moves first -25 pips?
It's called stop loss.
Yeah, it's called the stop loss.
Secret. Oh,
there you go.
yeah,
We're
let's
breaking
go.
it up.
Let's go, come on.
Let's go. GJ is also moving. GP CAD is also moving. But GJ needs to close above. See, the 1 hour candle is about to close.
It's not happening.
Yeah, it needs to close above that area.
Oh, it's nearly went to end up bearish.
Wow, do you see these retracements? God damn.
I might stay away from the pound. I don't know.
Came right to the top of here and then retraced. How do you reconcile contradictions in directional bias when comparing high time frame and low time frames? Well, you look at the high time frame and then you see where the low time frame can go, and then you just do that.
Man,
In trading, there's not a lot of thinking involved, like, to be honest. It's being very honest here.
it's a lot of overthinking.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Like
What
most of your thinking is going to happen when price is ranging. Then you're just sitting and thinking and thinking and thinking. But when price is ranging, that's your time to just sit back and just watch and talk to your friends and, like, you know, just kind of like chill when price is ranging.
Oh, GJ did the same thing this morning, just now. Like spiked down, spiked up.
I was looking at EJ on the daily, man. That's got some potential.
Yeah, GA just got wild.
Do you find trading well is quite boring? Yes, mate. Trading is quite boring indeed. It's extremely boring. The only fun thing about trading is the people I talk to every day. That's the only fun thing.
It's about that social side.
Sorry to ask this, but do you know any good places to learn cryptocurrency trading? Well, not over here.
For sure.
Maybe you can go to Google and type in Google. Let's see here. There you go. How to learn cryptocurrency trading. You get all these. Look, you got Jason Bond trading here.
Ah.
Yeah. One tip for people is that when you see a website that ends with org, org is normally they're non-profit websites, right? So they have a lot of good information. Yeah, like yesterday it was easy. Yesterday was easy market. Today it's hard, man. Why? Because it's ranging. So hard.
I got that buy move that GJ did the same thing. GJ's was just better.
Oh, in Asian, in London?
No, just now.
Come on, man.
Nice.
No, Asian was easy. It was too easy.
All right, whoever that is with the background sound, you're gonna go and mute here very soon. All right, gold. Gold, gold.
My bad.
Come on, gold. Break that zone.
Oh yes, Mantas is still in the cell here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost from the top, so. I'm thinking about placing it at break even to keep my mind, at peace.
Yeah, I think if it's a stop at like 1574, 30, or 50 would also be pretty good.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, tightening the stops.
Oh,
Gold's gonna do its dance before dropping down.
Yeah, I'll do it now. For sure. That's decent.
Let's look at the 15-minute there. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna.
GJ's gonna fly, man, I think.
GJ's breaking
Thinking
up
about
there.
sitting the buy stuff.
oh yeah.
What is that?
God damn.
Hey, Asus. Mr. Asus.
I think he was losing connection.
I'm Canadian and interactive brokers won't let me trade gold. How are you able to? Well, I'm with Vantage FX. I am with Vantage and I can trade gold. And with Trader's Domain.
Will that USD news, would that move like the GBP pairs at all?
Why will USD news move GP pairs? Explain me this.
No, would it have like would it make them more volatile than normal?
No, because the USD news doesn't affect the pound.
No, but sometimes when there's super volatile news for other pairs, it makes other pairs move.
Yeah.
faster than normal.
So what you're gonna find is that if you're looking at, let's say, GBP/JPY, GBP/JPY might have a spike because, the really hard move on the USD is gonna move the yen as well a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't mean like it's gonna completely change it
Oh
like a
yeah.
normal GBP move, but just like in general, will it give it any sort of type of extra volume or little push?
Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of a spike here and there, but it's not gonna be like a huge move,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, so I think the best thing to do right now is to just wait for CPI because, I don't think gold's gonna do anything till that time.
Yeah, just wait for GJ to hit 143.
GJ, it's heading
Yeah.
up, man.
Telling you, it's going out the park today, I think.
Hey, look at this 15-minute. This is rising like a phoenix from the ashes.
What's this, gladiators, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the gladiator.
It's the one.
A gladiator candle is a candle that does something that the previous candles couldn't do. So
You're like a boss.
yeah, look at this candle here, this candle, this candle, this candle, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All these candles have one thing in common. They all closed below 142,500.
Yeah.
So when you have this gladiator closing above 142,500, then it's paving the way for the next candles to continue. Whoa. So once this gladiator starts moving, you start to look at that, okay, how far can it go to? And you're like, okay, well, oh, wow, it's moving
Yeah.
now. Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Trust, man. 143.
I'm in.
Check that out on
Oh,
breakdown.
Oh, I caught this.
oh yeah, me too.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
coming. That was
No.
definitely
Wow,
coming.
come on.
I was gonna say once it got above there, I thought I was just gonna take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
close me some.
Got my revenge on GP CAD here as well, and GJ. Oh,
Good
man.
work. Good work.
There we go.
Yeah,
Patience, man. It's easy.
Man.
that was a nice move.
My my entries were exactly 142,504.
Nice.
Yeah, stop was below the 30-minute, which was like 9-10 pips, and well, it just had to go up.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you're waiting for the close of that 15, I think it's just gonna. I didn't think you were gonna get it.
Cheers, 500.
Jesus.
Raja is overtrading. He said done for the day. I think overtrading is done when you just take mindless trades. This was something we were waiting for when we came on the charts. Oh wow, still bullish.
Damn, dude. Jeez.
Man,
GP
yes.
card.
Payday. Payday.
Man,
Payday, man. Trust.
Oh,
Yeah.
GP CAD ran too. Shit.
Yeah, man. I gotta. Oh fuck.
GA ran too, but like
Wow.
distance.
I'll get in at 450.
Oh.
450.
That's a nice push.
GP card take profits 172.85. Let's see.
I'm about 27 pips up now.
Oh, you're still
22.
holding.
Down straight. I closed half. I think we'll hit 800 pretty easy. I watched a little rejection, but I think 800 is pretty sensible right now.
Wow.
God damn.
That's my target. So,
Keep pushing, baby.
8. I think it's 810. Hang on.
The fit's heading
801.
up.
I
There
might
you
even try
go.
and hold this, I might,
GP card. There you go.
yeah, I'm taking my TB off.
There you go.
Wow, GP CAD is moving too.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I'm moving my TB to 43.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna buy a Lambo.
Gonna buy a Lambo, nigga.
We got paid.
Oh, still going.
And that's a 2 good trades today, man.
Yeah, man. Try.
God
Wow.
damn.
So that's
That fake out on GP was.
That is crazy.
it's madness, man. I'm loving that right now. Thank you, Boris. Appreciate it.
Closed.
Gonna close everything, man. I'm done for
Yeah,
the day.
800.
Trust.
Oh, nice. Someone had the same buys over here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they took buys earlier on.
Mm-hmm. Good work. Right.
God damn.
Oh, there's a highlight
What?
right there.
What a nice move, man.
Yeah, man. Been waiting a week.
See, this was a gladiator here.
Yeah, we said, didn't we? That's
Gladiator.
a scandal. That's a double gladiator going past 600 as well. Nice.
Yeah, if that guy from last night caught this trade, he made his year's salary twice in 2 days.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna try and hold this one.
Man, this magic is amazing. I
you-
took first trade last night on gold. I was running 45 pips in profit with this magic key. The first trade I made last night.
Magic
Awesome.
God damn, and I took a GP cat trade right now, and that's another massive profit.
Oh, mate, I'm telling you, this is gonna hoom. This is gonna
It's a bless.
Chris, where are you taking it to?
I'm gonna hold it for a long time, mate. 144.
Jeez.
Not now, not today. But I'm gonna try and hold this, get to the next zone.
We tapped into the highs over here on the 4 hour.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm concerned. I said the daily would flip as well. So looking at the daily now, it looks mid.
Oh, daily can fill the wick over there.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking.
142, 900.
Yeah, so 43, and then if you look to the left of that, I think you've got a lot of potential.
Did you get anything in at the bottom from from London?
Oh yeah, I'd had some at London. I don't know where was ours? 260.
Oh wow, jeez.
260 to 500. We took that this morning live, and then I just got in again at 30. Hang on, 364 and 460.
Did you keep your runner from there, from London?
You're damn right, I did.
Mine stopped
Great
me
for
out
you.
on break even.
But remember, my stop loss was below the 4 hour though. Remember?
Yeah.
So my stop loss was at 140. So that was different.
Yeah, I had mine on break even, so it stopped me out.
Yeah. So I left that based on that because I wasn't going to lose more than I made, so it didn't make no difference. Plus, I was hoping that we'd get something to take in New York, which we kind of did, but a bit early.
Man. So no trades for you tomorrow.
Damn straight, there ain't no more today. That's me done. I'll try and find a decent place. If this can make some support, then I don't want it to do to tech the other day, because I know damn well this is going to come back and hit my break even. So I've already took half, although I did bank at 650. So I just, now it's like 800.
That was insane.
Still, it's 40 pips currently. But as we know, this is going to just turn around at some point and like bust everyone up.
Yeah, it'll probably come back and retest that area it broke.
Yeah, it's a tough level on 4 hour now.
Wow.
But all this is done really is just whoa, that's loud. All it's done now is kind of corrected the news move. That's it, exactly to the point, basically. So we should continue momentum, which from the start of this week's been solid bullish. This is where I bottle it and I just close it anyway. Every time.
It's at a pretty strong level, so.
Yeah, I'm just so comfortable right now.
Oh, very nice, Caval. Caval is winning again.
Oh, nice work, dude.
Thanks. It was a pretty weak close, so I waited till the low was broken.
Oh,
Damn.
I've got to move my TP.
Wow,
man.
this thing is still moving.
Yeah, this is gonna. I think.
Wow.
I closed way too early.
Yeah, I took my buys way too early. Damn, I closed right on GA as it like got up to that resistance after a wick down, and then it just does this.
I'm gonna look for maybe 350, and I'll take it there. I think if we keep going.
It looks like it should just break through that and get up to that daily wick.
Yeah, I think 350-ish would be. I don't know. I'll see. I've got to see how this plays out. It's like only 17 minutes into the hour, so.
See, this morning when we came in the charts, we saw that the GJ was ranging. We identified most recent resistance support. We identified where it can go if it breaks either of them. And you know, this was my target right here. It came up here. So this was an idea that we gave in the morning. To execute on this idea, it's all up to you. Because not every time I'm gonna put on my profit and loss and say, okay, this is a trade, I'm in, because no one pays me here for that. So, you know.
What's that little sneaky laugh?
Yeah. So you need to have the balls to execute on an idea. If you don't have the balls to do that, man, trading is extremely hard and it requires a lot of, well, I think it requires confidence in your abilities. You know, you should have confidence in your abilities to execute.
Wow, TJ's still going.
Yeah, boy. Today's a good day.
GP Cat also kept going.
I don't know how to play this right now, to be honest.
That's all right.
Closed everything.
I'm in gold, so I'm happy.
Oh, I'm glad you got on one.
Yeah, I'm in gold. I'm 40 pips deep in gold, so that's gonna run to 1588 or 1580 or whatever. So I'm fine with that.
Nice, man.
But GJ is the same thing, because I mean, I think Rakeel, you should go back to like Monday or Tuesday stream where we said both pairs were in a very bullish position and they were in a very low state.
Yep.
Because this is now
all starts not rejection on that daily zone at the bottom.
Yep.
We did say last week, didn't we, about getting the pull back towards that zone to try and get it back up to 44, 43.
Yep.
Which is,
and you're getting it.
Just want it to stay above this level, really. It's got to come back a bit, but daily looks awesome right now.
Yeah, that daily's going to run all the way back up to 143 now.
Yeah, I was looking, well, maybe not today, but 350 looked pretty sensible, 300-ish.
I wouldn't be too surprised. I think it'll go 143, 230.
Yeah, that's kind of my level. Just looking at that wick now on the, it's just, that's perfect. Awesome.
Look,
I'm
that's
just
what I mean.
commenting
Like,
on the fact that you're losing trades you take on stream are always tiny lots, but when you post on Insta, your wins are. No, he mentions everything he takes on the.
Yeah, I opened a 8 lot on GPCAD, which stopped me out in 2 seconds.
That's the, I can't believe it.
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
Literally open. Oh.
I think Prinderella has to just go relax because every day this week we've called trades live and they've been successful, or if they've lost, we've said that they've lost.
No, Pinderella was mad that I didn't give the signal that I entered.
Oh, why?
There's no
But if he was here like 3 days ago, we told him that GJ was bullish the whole week.
Yeah, but the thing is that Pinderella, he can't execute on ideas. He wants to execute on a
signal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, you didn't have the green and red box, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. See, like what we talked about yesterday. So I'll go back to yesterday's live stream on gold. If Raja goes back there, but he's watching GJ. So gold on the 4 hour or the daily, or sorry, 4 hour or the hourly. So remember we talked about this area here, this one right here. Remember we talked about that magical box? Now look, we have a new magical box. See what we were waiting for?
I think we even called 69.5 as a potential area for playing.
So if you had listened to what we talked about yesterday, we did talk about waiting for this to break out. And actually, even on the podcast I did yesterday, I actually spoke about this. So it's recorded live. And I did tell people that you're waiting for this area to break. And then as soon as it breaks up, you're taking trades into this area here. So now this is the new zone that you're in, or the new consolidation area. And then what you're doing is you're going to be waiting to break up even further. So we talked about this yesterday. So if you want to go back, Pinderella's mad now because he says I'm deep in profits. I am too. And we talked about this yesterday on the live stream. So if you want to go back to the live stream, we talked about how we had to break 1568, 1569 before we took an entry. And that's why we're now at 1573. So if you watched the live stream yesterday and you traded gold and you understand what gold does on a normal basis, you would have seen the same opportunity that most people saw. But I mean, once again, people don't pay attention to stuff, so they just talk.
Considering we even set the targets.
Yeah.
75 on it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we said 77, 78.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, yeah.
I mean, you can go back and watch it. I mean, I said it constantly. I never said gold was to sell once. Everyone kept selling gold, selling to 1520, 1540. I said no.
No, because we said it was in a horseshit area, basically.
Yeah, I said that the whole time. You can go watch the replay because I disagreed with everybody on the YouTube stream. Oh, gold's going to drop now. No, it's not. It's in a range. It's 1564 to 1568. That was the range. I repeated it about 10 times. So, I mean, you can go watch it again. I mean, maybe it'll help you now plan for future trades, Pinderella. You can go back and watch it, and you can see how I analyzed it for today's trade that I took, that now I'm 40 pips deep in profit. It wasn't difficult.
I'm gonna head out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good morning.
Yeah, dude. See you, man.
See you later.
See ya.
Oh wow, they're moving things fast in the UK.
Yeah.
One person left, another came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all pre-planned, you know.
A brown person left and a brown person came in.
Yeah, they've got to keep it down. They've got to keep it like fair.
Yeah. Why is there such a boost for GBP USD?
It doesn't make no difference. We've got coronavirus in London now, so we're all done.
Be careful, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you don't hear from me for a while, you know what's
Kevin's down.
Kevin, I'll be waiting for you in the London stream.
See, the way gold is ranging right now, it makes me a little uneasy with any kind of bias because such a tight range. God damn.
It's just what happened yesterday. That's all we're doing right now is we're just doing that. That's all you're doing. The key is, and it's the same thing we talked about yesterday, was getting this candle here to get you out of this. So we need a candle over here to get us out of this. That's what you're waiting for. But taking positions in here, you're playing with fire because it could bounce right back down here. But the thing is, what you're trying to do is you're trying to catch the next level up.
Yep. And you have news today as well, so you never know.
Yeah, the thing is, like, there's a lot of fundamental uncertainty, and I think if CPI is good, gold may spike down and then continue, like, leave a big ass wick and go back up.
Yeah, I think overall momentum will continue for sure.
Pretty tricky.
Well, the monthly stats look pretty good. Just put that out there.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, and this is going to be the easiest thing for you to understand as a trader, is when you look at the charts, and I talked about this yesterday in the podcast, you have to create the story, but you have to put the whole entire story together, not just one time frame, not just like one day. You have to be able to tell the entire story about the pair, like what's been happening from last week, from Monday, from Tuesday. You have to be able to do that like innately. So if you look right now at the hourly chart on gold that Raja has up, you should also be able to, in your head, visualize what's happened on the weekly and on the daily candles, so that you don't have to guess the overall direction. Like, you should already have the overall idea in your head at that point, so that when you make decisions, you're also making decisions with the bias in mind. And I think if you start doing that and you're able to visualize, sort of the higher time frames over multiple time frames in your head without having to flip back and forth, and you understand the pair, you understand sort of key price levels that you're targeting or you're waiting for, trading becomes a lot easier because you always have targets in your head and you always have a general plan. And then what you're doing is you're taking specifics and adding that to do execution at that point. Am I in GJ buys? Nope, I'm in gold buys. I missed the GJ buys. I choose.
It's typical though. That's crap. I know you got a good trade anyway, but
oh yeah, I mean,
it's
one or the other, right? I mean, if you focus on gold, you catch gold. If you focus on GJ, you grab GJ. It's always going to be one of the, it's never both. I've never once grabbed both where I'm like, oh man, I'm deep in both. It's always one or the other.
Yeah, for sure. That's sensible play though. You want to be concentrating on what you're doing, not.
Yeah.
You miss the other one. Always miss the other one.
Can I ask if it's more sensible to look at daily time frame for a bias? Yeah, the daily time frame is always going to help you because it's like I said, the higher time frames are like tanker ships. It's very hard for them to switch direction over the day. Like normally, for the most part, if a daily candle is bullish, it stays bullish. You get a pullback because the market shifts and the market cycles throughout the day, but for the most part it stays in the same direction. Like if you go and you look at the way the charts are set up, if you look at current candles, you have like sort of the the bias sort of stays the same over the long term. So it's something to keep in mind.
Be nice if this GJ holds support above 800. That'd be cool.
Explain how I caught the GJ buy? Well, the way I took buys at 142.502. Once this 30-minute was breaking up, I took a buy at 142.502. My stop was below the current 30-minute candle right over here. My stop was just below here. Because in my head, I was thinking that, okay, if it's going to go up, it shouldn't come back down. If it has already broken up, like that's the time when we were talking about how it's a gladiator candle. So first of all, my stop was fixed. It was below, like it was around 142.400, and then I was like, okay, you know what? If it's just, it just went up. That's something we were talking about all morning. The price is ranging. It's under, if it breaks above 142.500, it has a very high chance to head up to 142, 650, 142.700. So that's what you start to look for. So I've seen this happen over and over again. Because if you trade volatile pairs like GJ and gold, what you will find is that sometimes they will keep on running without a retest. Because most times what happens is that people wait for a retest, but once you start watching these high volume pairs for like a number of days, you will feel that, okay, like, sometimes there's not going to be a retest, and maybe, like, based on experience and based on the move you've seen, like, these pairs do in the past, you'll be, like, more inclined to take that trade. So that's exactly what happened here. Candle broke up past 142.500. We were talking about gladiators and all that stuff, and,
Yep. Easy.
Had my stop loss, and it just went bullish, and that was it. Because here's the thing: if it didn't go bullish, what it would have done is it would have still stayed above this area, and then the next candles would have kind of formed support and then went up too, right? So then essentially now my stop was under this breakout candle. That was my stop, under the breakout candle, because this candle was the breakout. Wherever it would have closed, it would have made a high, right? And that high would have been retested after candles coming down and start to go back up again. But, like, it's GJ, and I've seen GJ for the last, almost a year and a half now, every morning at this time, and based on what I've seen is that at times it just keeps on running without a retest.
Yeah, and I think, Rakeel, to add to what you're saying is, if you look at the weekly level with GJ, and we talked about this all week, the weekly levels with GJ, you have a support at essentially 141, right? And then your weekly range, you can basically say is here, and then ultimately up to here. That's sort of what you're looking at. With the fundamentals of a pair, and this is something you have to remember, and people forget, and I've repeated this several times, price can't go down to such a low level without a catalyst, right? So if there's a major news event that's negative for an economy, you get the spike down, right? So we had instability with Brexit, so you saw what happened, right? So we can see on these charts here, Brexit basically, it just dumped everything, right? But that was a fundamental item that was negative for the pound. What that does, though, fundamentally for the economy is it makes it very hard for people to trade with the pound. Because what you're doing is you're creating an inverse trade relationship. So as the pound drops in price, it now becomes tougher for the UK to trade or to do business with outside their country, right? Because everything now for them costs more, but everything costs for people buying the pound, it's a lot cheaper. So you create a trade imbalance. And that's not good for any economy. Like, so you would say, well, that's an advantage for people in the US that are buying the British pound because they can get it for cheaper. Yes, it is. But at the same time, too, it's going to be hard for people in the UK to trade with people in the US because they're getting such little value for what they're giving out because everything's so cheap. So when you see that, and then you see now, Brexit finished up and we get this recovery, now we are in this range here, I would say, this range here, which is normal or what I would consider, regular market movement, right? So we're going to get people buying and selling based on supply and demand, but we're not going to break certain levels unless there's a catalyst for those. So when everyone kept talking about GJ dropping and, GJ is going to go down to this price or that price, you have to once again think logically. Like, why would we drop below 140 or 141 without a specific negative news event? That's not going to help the UK economy. If people are trading with the UK right now and people are doing commerce with the UK, you're going to have a supply and demand for the pound. And that's why when people turned around and said, oh, well, I think GJ is going to drop, it's like, well, no, take a look at the larger time frames and you'll see we're holding a very heavy weekly level. And providing we hold that weekly level, we're not going to drop below that at that point. And then all we're going to do now is we're going to start to go up. And then what you can do is, we talked about this earlier this week in the streams, is where is our target? Probably up over here, maybe over here. And you can see now the daily candle or the weekly candle's done that. And now when you think about it for next week, this is a very good setup for us, because what we can do with this candle is this set of candles is what we can actually drop into an even better idea and start doing this. Out of that range, start doing this and say, hey, listen, if I see a rejection next week back into here, I know that at that point we're going to pop up to here, and we're going to fill these ranges here on target to probably up over here eventually over the next few weeks. So you can see that the additional confluence for that information will be the following. You'll look and you'll say, hey, we dipped all the way down and now we're coming all the way back up. We're basically returning. We're creating that triangle again. Okay, so keep that in mind.
We tapped into 143.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, we're off to the races.
GP CAD is also flying high.
Yeah, I'm in GA buys as well. All the pound has been rallying this morning.
Impossible trades. Uncle Ted, it's consolidating on the weekly, so why doesn't the same logic apply to bearish? Well, but didn't I just explain that? I just explained the whole reason why we weren't going to go bearish. Come on, that's not fair. You can't ask those questions like that. That's like you just didn't pay attention for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think anyone puts not too many people put the economy into play as well. Like everyone's just focused on the charts, but they're not looking for economic reasons why the pair's moving.
Yeah, you said there are rejections to the upside. Yeah, I know there's rejections, but the thing is, the economy is improving, so that means that there will be more upside development for the pound rather than downside. I just explained there has to be a catalyst that is negative for the economy for the pound to drop. Right now, the pound is recovering from being so low for so long for Brexit. We can't stay at a certain level for so long. It's simple supply and demand and simple economics. You have to understand that principle. Price moves on economics. Price doesn't move because we have trading view open. You have to understand the logic behind why price is moving. You know, if you sit at a poker table and you see the board and there's 4 hearts on the board and a guy goes all in and another guy calls, chances are one of them is lying, but I guarantee you one of them has the best hand. And it's going to be the guy probably calling, because why is he calling that bet knowing the other guy went all in? And sure enough, the guy that calls the bet all in has the ace high of hearts and made the nut flush. And the guy that pushed all in, he had already flopped the flush and he didn't want to let go of his hand, right? So it's the same thing here. Same thing here. Think logically of why price is doing something, and if you keep logic on your side, you will win more times than you will lose. GJ's running a train.
I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, I just missed entries all day.
Oh, actually, I did another one, not a 15-minute pullback.
Oh, okay. Because this would have been your entry right here, right? This support here.
Yeah. It's quite easy.
Yeah,
I was
it
you were going on. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I was like, but yeah, I added another one there and closed the majority of the one. So I thought 43 was easy target then. So yeah, it's another good day. 3 trades. I deem to do no more.
But now, like anyone who has GJ at this point, you can hold forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Raja's still in GJ or you're still in GJ, like you have like the best move ever. Like,
I think that if we got in at the 500, 400 level now,
yeah, if you're at 142, 500, yeah, that's exactly what we talked about yesterday. Is
100%.
Once you break out of this level here, and now we're creating a new level up here, man, your stop goes over to here.
Yeah.
And now you're just riding it to like the next,
Whenever.
until you decide that, you know, like I have enough money in my pocket.
Yep.
Because it's never coming back down to that.
Yeah, I mean, if it could come back and create support at 800, I think, potentially. But if this push continues, then you could then add that to like 143 and then further up. Yeah.
The momentum that we have, it's scary, but you can get 143, 500 today easy.
Yeah, I thought 300 was a bit far off, to be fair. But looking at it now that daily's flipped and it's got that wick as it is.
Exactly. It's going to be either today or tomorrow. You're going to get 143, 500.
Mm-hmm.
If gold would just hurry up and move like that, I'd be happy too.
It's typical, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like I always catch the wrong one, right?
One of us gets it, dude.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, I mean we planned it all week, right? That's what it came down to. Is you plan it all week, and that's what you're looking for at the end of the day.
You know, there are 2 types of guys here. One are the people who are sending me pictures of the buys they had on the pound after it break above this level. And they were like, oh, thanks, man. That idea was awesome. And then they're the ones who are saying, oh, you didn't mention you took a buy. The spoon feeders and the hustlers.
Mm-hmm. In all fairness, and this is where like I'm starting to sort of and where I'll speak out freely about this. We talked about this all week. So if you're on the stream every day this week, this shouldn't have been a surprise to you if you trade GJ. This shouldn't have been a surprise. It should have been a pleasant surprise because you finally got the trade that we were hunting all week, but there should have been no surprise behind it. The only surprise, if you want to call it, was why it moved the way it did. Not that it was going to move, but it was why, and it was because of some random fundamental news.
I think regardless, you've got to have that plan in place.
Yes.
And then if you see it happen, that's when you can action it.
Yes. And it's the same thing. I grabbed gold last night, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. People grabbed GJ this morning, but all these ideas were throughout the whole week. We were sitting here. Like it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't like Raja turned around and said, "Oh yeah, guys, I took a buy with GJ today, and I don't know why it just happened." But it's like we talked about this all week.
Probably longer than that, actually. definitely this week's been fully bullish, but where I explained about how the monthly candle was turning at the start, what to expect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the move came on a Thursday. Yep. We also talked about that too.
Yeah, I was just
like always at the end of the week, some fuckery happens.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, when we came on the charts, price is just ranging between 142,500 and 142,200, and we gave the idea that if this support breaks, we're coming down to 142 even. If this resistance breaks, we're going up to 142,650. But it went up higher.
Yeah, and it's funny too because when you explain it like that, Raja, people are like, "Well, you guys are just guessing, right? Because you're playing both sides." And it's like, well, no, we're not. We're trying to be the most secure in the trading. Like we're trying to take trades that have the highest probability of winning, not trades that are stuck in ranges where you're playing such a tight range and it bounces around and you get stuck. Trading is about being patient and hunting your opportunity. And once you have the opportunity, then it's easy. Like all you had to do was literally, as a trader, draw this box. You just had to do that. And you can make fun of that. You can say that's not trading. You can say that, that's stupid. Why would you do that? How, all you do is sit here and just decide either to take a buy or sell out of that area. Yeah, but that's fine though, because that's profit.
Works.
Yeah. That's profit. Like why would you want to be the guy in here trying to guess going over here? Why? Like why do you need an ego rub when you can just be like, hey, I'll take an entry over here and surprise. Like it doesn't make any sense. You have to understand something, that you're playing with money. You want to put yourself in the best position to win, and if it's the easiest way to sit and wait for this little box to break, and that's all you know how to trade, and you can win on a consistent basis, and maybe it takes you 4 days before it breaks out of that little box area, then why not? Like, I would never insult somebody who said, you know what, Ted, I didn't want to trade all this week and I caught today's GJ trade because it came out of the box. I'd be like, perfect. It was an easy trade, Ted, because it just kept flying up. Yeah, it was an easy trade. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. That's how trading's supposed to be. You're not an institution. You're not getting paid to move the market. You as a retail trader, and if you have to get this tattooed on your body, you should go get it tattooed on your body, or write it down on your arm, or put it on your phone as a screen protector, or like your screensaver. It's you are not getting paid to move the market. You are a retail trader. Your job is to figure out where the institutions are moving the money and follow along with them. Just sit behind them and collect the pebbles, collect the little bits of dirt that they drop off for us. That's your job as a retail trader. When you start humbling yourself to realize that you are nothing but a mere idiot retail trader, you'd be surprised how easy trading becomes, because you're like, I don't like that position. The institutions are making the market move too hard. Meanwhile, everybody's trying to jump in, trying to grab a position. It's like, no, why do I want to be in that wave? Why do I want to be in that consolidation area? Why do I want to be in that range? I'll wait. I have my idea, I have my plan, and I execute on that. But what if it breaks after your trading session? It breaks. That's life. You miss it. That's life. Like, this is what I mean. The case of, or the fear of missing out is so strong with so many people. You know what? Guess what, guys? I'm going to tell you something, and I will lay $1 million down, and you can all chime in on the charts or on the YouTube channel and say, please, I'm in. I will lay everyone's $100 down to my $1 million that Forex will be here tomorrow. I'll do that just for today only. I will 99% sure, and I'll put $1 million down to everybody's $100 that Forex will be here tomorrow. So if it doesn't arrive tomorrow, you guys send me your email addresses. I'll make arrangements for payment to your bank accounts, and I'll lose all my money. I'll go broke. But I'm pretty sure that Forex will be here tomorrow. And if you remember that when you're trading, you don't have the fear of missing out, because there's always going to be a move tomorrow. There's always going to be something of an opportunity. And you know what? You have to keep that in the back of your head.
Yeah,
Today-
there's been like a lot of times when the moves have happened after the stream.
Yeah, we get that a lot from London. Yeah, that the bit in between London and New York seems to be a bit of a. Well, earlier in the week there was a move then, which was annoying. But you know, if you're not looking, you're not looking. I don't see it.
Okay, all eyes on gold. If this thing breaks up, we're gonna head to 1581, 1580. Ooh, in 10 minutes. Oh, no. 40 minutes.
Gold's gonna make me a lot of money today. I hope CPI is bad, because CPI will just drive gold to like 1576 or 1578, and we're all gonna have a good time.
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I just had to go take a call with a buddy real quick. But I'm gonna study, so I figured I'd hang out while you guys are live streaming.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
What is it in 40 minutes? In 40 minutes, we have coffee time for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say lunchtime. I'm gonna have a sandwich.
I thought you were gonna say it's your time for coffee, Chris. I was gonna say I thought that was.
No, I'm done trading now. I don't need to have coffee no more.
Okay.
I'll
How's the market gonna move then if you're not having coffee?
It moved enough. I think I drank enough coffee this week. It's done the job.
In 40 minutes, we have the third biggest news release. One of the three big news releases. There's NFP, there's interest rates, and then we have CPI. Ooh, core CPI, they're expecting it to be good. Interesting. I'm getting confused over high and low time frames giving me opposite trades. I think there's a video on my YouTube channel. It's called how to trade the lower time frames by looking at the higher time frames or something like that. There's a name like that, so I think you need to watch that. It's going to give you more insight on higher time frames and lower time frames. What's this? Guy Moore, 1990. Why do you have a girl's picture there, Guy Moore? A lot of catfishes over here. Head and shoulder pattern, possible sell-off. Yep, you can sell. Why would you want to sell when price is heading bullish? So, how do we know that the right shoulder is going to be formed over here on the 4 hour? What if the shoulder is a little dislocated and forms up over here?
Yeah, what if it's at 144?
Yeah, I don't know. This is what I used to do maybe 3 years ago. When price would reach a very, very strong resistance, like this resistance here, I would just blindly take a sell. And as price would move up, I'd take another sell. And as it would move up, I'd take another sell. And before I knew it, I'd be in a big drawdown. And when I would close, price would just come falling down. And I'd be like, oh man. you know. So it's better to wait for candles to close in your direction first. Maybe you have some confirmation. Okay, we're gonna head down, and then take a sell.
If you flip your head and shoulders, you'll probably see the bullish move.
Yes, the inverted head and shoulders.
Exactly.
So much for last week being a good. Yeah, I think what happened there is maybe you didn't really understand what your risk was. What's going on here in the YouTube chat?
There's like a bunch of strippers that joined.
I know what's going on over here.
Oh, I ain't looking. Where? See.
Oh, these are bots. They're
Yeah.
repeating everything that says in the chat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you must be famous to get that shit going on.
Alright, so we're just gonna do that.
Yeah.
All these females. Oh man.
All these
It's a bad moment.
I was like, wow, finally we're getting the right kind of viewers, and now we're not.
Hopefully.
So now I have to remove all these people.
Are they just like YouTube bots?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Holy cow. They copy people's comments.
Yeah, I see that the other day. I think they have one. I would help, but I haven't got the power.
Gold.
See if they copy what I say.
They will. They copy everything.
You know, when the time comes, I might put a sell stop on gold at 1571.50 and a buy stop. We'll see what happens.
I feel like this is like I'm playing like Austin Powers here with these thoughts.
You're just going to delete everyone by accident. That's
Yeah.
Just delete everyone. Everyone can rejoin.
What if one CPI news is positive and the other one is negative? Does it mean it neutralizes the other? Well, we're not sure because, you know, with news, anything can happen with the news. So the best thing to do is if that happens, is just to see, okay, what impact did that have on the market?
Okay, I think we've gotten most of them. Oh shit, not on 100 wide. Alright, I think we got most of them. Yeah, CPI should be interesting. I mean, with the amount of movement in the economy, you'd assume that CPI will be good for the economy. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't want it really to be good. I want it to be bad, to be honest.
Be too easy.
Yeah, but I mean, it would make sense though, because we did fly up all the way to 1577, and now we're pulling back. But then in the opposite token, that huge pullback could mean a further drive up, because the 1577, 1578 mark was made by the previous sessions, like the London session and the New York session, or sorry, the Asian session and New York session, or London session.
Yep.
So they obviously knew something that we didn't.
Yeah, you'd expect the momentum to continue after the impulse move, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens. My stop's in. I might get stopped out.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, I mean, my stop is way below the 4-hour level. So my stop right now is at 1571.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not that bad. I hope that it just spikes a bit and then it'll just continue to pull up. But the problem is the U.S. economy is so strong right now, in terms of like the equity market and things like that. I can't see CPI being that bad.
No.
Like
highs again now, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, just from the logical standpoint.
Yeah.
That's where I think that's where we'll have an issue. But CPI also is just a blip in the overall market movement, right? So it might just pull down for a bit and then just start to roll back up.
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of what you'd expect, just how deep it goes. That's the only annoying part.
Yeah, like we could probably bounce all the way back to 1570, 1569, and then hold there as a support and then continue to go back up again.
Yeah, this is when sometimes I think to myself, right, maybe it's probably best I close my positions now and look for an entry later, just on that basis, because it's whether it's a better option or not. But...
Yeah, my thought process here is I've secured my trade, so I'll let it run into my stop loss. Like I'm okay not taking profit right now, because in case the CPI is actually bad and then gold spikes, I'm at least I'm still in my position.
Yeah, good idea.
So Ted, if it you want it to go up, correct?
Yes.
So if it spikes up like pretty aggressively, are you going to be closing or just assuming that it's going to continue to your target wherever that is?
Well, my target long term with gold is 1600. So I'm in a position right now. If this spikes up to 1578, 1577, I can hold this position now all the way to 1584, which is my first target long term, and then evaluate at that point where I want to go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because 1600 is the ultimate return that we're looking for, and the way the monthly candle is forming right now, it rejected the 1561 area. You guys got to mute your mics if you're not talking, please. Thank you. It rejected the 1561 area, and that should then give us enough liquidity to then to push back up, get back up to 1600 on the monthly. And that's what I've been watching for with gold, that we've rejected that point, and now we're just starting to trail up slowly.
Gotcha.
So it might not be this month that we hit 1600, it might be next month, and then from that point we get that high, and then it might start to trail down, because 1600 is a very heavy resistance at that point.
Do you sometimes see the second half of the month with gold similar to the end of the week?
Right.
Yeah, so you could get that bit more of a heavier push towards the end.
That's right.
Apart from the pullback, obviously, on the kind of
and you can see now, like on the weekly, we held support at that 1568 level. Like that level bounced around a lot, and now we're starting to push. So if this candle gets a little bit more strength on the weekly, you might find that next week we get the full bull movement. So if you miss this week,
Yeah.
I think next week you'll get the 1578 to 1590 move. I think next week, if we continue bullish, there'll be a pullback, and it'll go all the way through at that point.
Yeah. That's kind of exactly. I was looking at GJ and around a monthly. So this monthly stats, it's proper exciting on monthly. I don't think we're going to get to 148, but it's just looking at like the wicks and the way they're formed from the last 4 months. That's pretty cool.
In all honesty, the way this chart is moving on gold on the hourly, I would expect it, if we're going to go down, I would expect it to go up a little bit more right now as orders are accumulating.
Yeah, you kind of expected the higher end of that range first, I think. Really.
Right.
Or is that what that other wick is prior to it? That's what I was looking at myself. But maybe that's too early.
I would expect it to go probably up to about here, and then drop at that point. I don't know why it's just sort of sitting, because orders should start accumulating. Maybe it's a little early, so maybe in the next 10 minutes it'll start accumulating.
Was it half past, wasn't it? Yeah. Here it comes.
Perfect. So I'm going to move my stop up now. Alright, so I'm going to move my stop up to 1572 now. I don't want to, I want to take a win. I don't want to lose all my work from overnight.
Yeah, it's a tough one when you got news coming, because otherwise it's in a great spot.
So, do I want CPI to go up? Yes. Do I think it's going to go up? No. Reason why I say no is the U.S. economy has been chugging along. So that would lead me to believe that CPI will be positive for gold, for the US dollar, which will drop gold a bit. How far will it drop? Don't know, don't care. Because it's just a blip in the overall trend. CPI is not going to change the trend of gold. So keep that in mind too. If you're trading right now, CPI is not going to change the trend. What you may want to do is you may want to wait for CPI to finish and see where the low is created, and then start to hunt additional moves back up to 1577.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean or ask somebody about change. I'm not laughing at somebody's fucking financial situation, mechanics and shit. That guy's a full job. He's been trading 2 fucking years. Pretty fucking funny. Guy started with fucking $100. He probably did.
Somebody talking? No. Nope.
No, I'm just waiting.
No, just looking at stuff.
Yeah, just waiting for CPI.
Alright, I'm playing Mario Kart.
Yo,
I was watching TikTok.
I did that before. That's just I get lost in that. That drained my battery yesterday afternoon.
What the fuck? Tradinginvestor.com.
2 years, man. 2 years. 2 months worth of profit. Page the wins and years.
Rakeel, you have that super chat thing on your live stream, right?
Yeah.
Did you have to take a little course to do that?
Did I have to take a course to do this?
Yeah. To have the super chat.
Oh. No, I don't even know if I have it. Do I have it?
Yeah, you do. I'm trying to set it up, and you have to take this like 8-hour course.
What?
Yeah, it's like a 2-hour one, a 2-hour one, and then a 3-hour one.
Man, I think someone's trying to take advantage of your steroids there.
I'm natty, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have to. I don't know. It's just there. Yeah.
Maybe this is optional and I just didn't read it enough. It's called the Creator Academy.
Oh man, they're just tutorials.
Oh, but it says it makes it look like you have to take it.
I think you just press the button, man. It's done it. I can't remember. I think I did mine ages ago. I didn't have to do no course.
Man. Right, let's try this again. Do you have yours on, Chris?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What the heck?
I just don't get how you determine catch a move like that on GBP. The finance minister resigned, too much brings. Yeah, I mean, we called it. We called it here. So if you spend enough time watching one pair move the way it did for, let's say, 6-7 months every day, then I guess you're going to change your name from impossible trades to possible trades.
Thing is, sorry, mate, go on.
Yeah. I'm here since last June. I'm still missing. I'm not stupid, you know, but this week I got like one profitable trade. Get over it. You'll catch everything. Yes, that's true. Oh, it's like yesterday with Paul's stream. Like Paul, I was talking to Paul like 2 days ago, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, things are this, blah blah." I'm like, listen, man, just focus on 1 to 2 things every day, and one day you will catch a golden egg. And I think yesterday he caught the golden egg.
And today, yeah, that was Saturday. You gave me the tough love, and I've had the best week I've had in months this week. So
yeah, man.
And all I did was stop taking 4 to 5 trades a day and looking at the chart for 12 hours a day.
Yeah, because I would see you trade Asian, then be up for London, and be up for New York. I'm like, man, this guy is, I don't know what's just going on.
I didn't sleep. There's a lot of typing.
Overtime.
Yeah.
This trade we were looking at, we'd analysed up to 650. That was the target. And it just so happened we had a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And it happens every so often.
Yeah, I've been seeing it as when it makes moves like that, to catch your normal 10 pips out of that, it just makes it even easier.
Yep.
Because if it's going to move 50, 60 pips in like a candle or two, and you need 10 of that, I mean, you can't really mess that up.
Well, I took an extra entry on the flip of this candle. On the, what is it, 30? Just trying to add more positions in.
UJ, 30 minutes. Buy stop in case UC News pushes up. Okay, I think with this, a better buy stop. Okay, so here's how I look at buy stops and sell stops, right? So if I'm looking at the 1 hour candle here, I'm probably gonna be looking for a sell stop below the low it has already made, because if this low gets taken out, then there's a high chance price will continue moving down. And for buy stop, I think I'll have a buy stop above the previous 1 hour candle's high, which is at 1575. Yeah, yeah, that's a good buy stop, 1575. Raja, your sound is low. Yeah, I know. Everyone else's mics are super high and my mic is low. So yeah, I've still got 10 minutes here.
And people have to get out of the habit of talking about these pullbacks and these retests and stuff like that. You're trapping yourself in your ideas. You're not being flexible and you're not being fluid. If you're always looking for a pullback or a retest, you are not understanding enough about trading or trading that specific pair, because there are numerous pairs when that they move and they trend hard. There's never going to be a pullback or a retest. You have to use your brain and you have to think logically at where there's going to be a break in the action. And usually break in the action comes from, the 30-minute time frame, the hour time frame. It gives you another opportunity, yet a small window to get in. But if you're paying attention, you have opportunities. So if Raja goes back quickly to the GJ chart, on the 30-minute before the news for the gold, here was your opportunity to get in, here was your opportunity to get in. You have those abilities, and if you can't see these, you drop back into the 5 and 15-minute and take opportunities, knowing that you're basing your information off the hour and the 4 hour for longer term targets. You have to get used to that, and if you can't, then you just don't take the trade.
Mm-hmm. That's like exactly what I kind of did this week. His previous weeks, I've always been waiting for it has to be a 30-minute break. It has to be this. It has to be that. And this week I've had 5-minute entries, 15-minute entries, but every trade's been the same. It's just been circumstantial, like you said, to what it's doing that day. And that's helped a ton.
Yeah, so I took an entry on that GJ on the basis of just looking at Wickfill again on this 30-minute. And I just added that again, so not as big a lot to be fair, because I didn't want to push it. But
no, but I mean you're already deep also.
That's exactly that. I'm not going to lose anything. No,
that's right.
It will, but it just wouldn't really affect it, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a buy stop at 1575, and based on where this candle closes or where it's going to be, I'm going to try to have a sell stop around 1571 or something like that.
Yeah, my stop loss for your Raja is 1571.50. So anything below that is probably going to be a sell. That's where I put my stop.
Yeah.
So that's where I expected to push right through and hit my stop loss. So
sell stop's just there.
Yeah. So I'm happy taking my profit at that point, but I do like the idea of the buy stop at 1575, because then that means that we'll go deeper into profit.
Where was your entry, Ted, did you say? Was that Asian?
1570. I got in 1570.03 right at the beginning of Asian when we had that initial pop from the JPY information.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, last night.
Yeah,
so last night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got in last night because I was waiting for that area to break, and as soon as I got my alert that it broke 1569, I went on the charts. I'm like, oh, this is going to run.
Yeah, absolutely. That's nice. Good work, man.
Yeah,
it created a nice support as well.
Yes.
Yeah, my entry was about there 1570.46, and take profit. I went to slip, and my take profit got hit 1574. I was expecting 75, but I doubt it because
No, yeah, I saw we went up to 1577, 1578, which I was expecting. I was expecting that to carry over to the New York session as well. That's what I'm hoping on right now, that CPI is bad and we carry on and we go all the way to 1577. But the way this is structured right now, I doubt it because of the fact that we have this rejection here. So orders are coming down and we have this zone over here that we're tapping. So we might drive a bit deeper into this zone before we pull right back out of it again. That's the issue, because there's a whole bunch of orders that went here. So obviously they have to go back down, but how deep are they going? Are they going to come back to here, or are they eventually going to come back down to there? Which I don't think CPI will push that hard, but it's like I said, I'm more optimistic on the downside coming than us going up here because of this issue here. So we'll wait and see. But I mean, like I said, I'm willing to take the stop at that point.
There'll be more entries, mate.
So for people wondering about the risk here, so normally I use like a 5 to 8 lots over here. Buy stop, I'm opening a 1 lot. It's a considerably smaller risk with the buy stops. Buy stops are at 1575. Because, you know, with news, you don't want to be stupid, right? You want to be smart and be risk averse. Buy stop. This is buy stop.
And to be honest, I'm expecting fake move to this side right here, and from there on all the way back to here. Just like a fake out.
Oh, I'll take that too.
I was just going to say that would work out well.
Yeah, I'll take that too. That works for me because then I'll close at 1577.
Damn right.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a really quick man.
That's okay. Finger on the trigger.
I'm quicker. Yeah.
All right. 3 minutes. Start moving, bitch.
Yeah, the 5-minute candle just started to pop a bit. So
yeah. Yeah. So.
Do I want to close?
Yeah, now your fingers start sweating.
Yeah. So that always does that too.
Okay. Let's go. Just pop up.
It's when your foot starts tapping. That's the problem.
That's literally what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, my foot always goes.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like,
just like, shall I do it? It's like, I'm like 30 pips
Hey,
deep.
remove that box, Raja. Remove the box.
Yeah.
All right, so I got my sell stop and my buy stop.
Like I'm risking 15 pips right now. That's my current risk. Because I'm up 30 pips, but then my stop loss is at 15 pips. So I'm technically I can close right now or let it run. I'm gonna let it run. I don't care.
Do it, it's Thursday.
This week's been trash anyways for me. So
then just for fun, just close 80% and let that.
Yeah, that's what I said. But then it's just the downside. If it does go the right way, you kind of like, damn it.
I'm good. I'll take the 15 pip gain if it hits my stop.
We know that anyways it's gonna come down, so.
I ain't sure.
Yeah, it's just the way that it's setting up now. That support's being held pretty hard, but I mean that's just a reversal to push down more than likely now.
Essentially, yeah. I kind of want to take the money.
Well, it's only 15 pips, so yeah. I mean, I'm not too concerned. Like if I was up more, I think if I was up at 50 pips, I would probably look to close at this point because I wouldn't want to drive back down. But I'm only up 32 pips, so I mean, I'm willing to risk that 15 pips. And if Kerwin's right and it does pop to 1576, I can close and then let it drop at that point.
Exactly. Yeah. Because we can always regain entries lower down later.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried because I don't think we'll break 1580 this week. So that means next week we'll break 1580, 1590, so I can ride that again the following week.
Raja, do you set stop loss? No stop loss on my stop is on my Magic Keys. I have a button which says close full. So I'm just going to press that. Ta-ta.
I like the little word you got going on the bottom.
What word?
Don't forget to trade about Valentine.
Let's go.
Oh.
Oh shit! That was fart in the water. Come on.
Wow. Nothing.
Fuck.
Sweet.
That's I survived.
That's awesome.
Has to drop. Must drop.
Oh.
Let's go. Drop that bitch.
Yo. Where's my screen? All right.
Come on.
You know what? If you survive this, that's good.
It was bad, CPI.
It was bad. Oh, perfect.
Whoa. That's weird, though.
Gold's gonna rally later on.
Okay, perfect.
Good hard, Ted.
Ted.
Yes.
Damn it.
All right, I removed my sell stop.
Very well played.
Technically, looking at the 30-minute candle, it closed back above 1572.70. You know?
Yeah, but that's a fake up, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I agree with that. It would have been a fake out, but now it looks like that's creating the support to go further up.
Yeah, look at the hour.
Yeah.
The hour's flipping bullish as well.
This candle closed bullish back above the support. And this move down, I think it's just a liquidity grab for gold to now continue moving up.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
That's a solid hold, Ted.
Well, technically, that makes sense right now.
Yes, agreed. Because you also have, and like I was saying, this area here is just a huge zone that we just keep tapping into, because it comes from this zone over here. So now that we're starting to leave that area, I assume that we're going to be coming back up here very shortly, and that would be the top of the range.
Mm-hmm.
Should I close my buy stop for the moment? Should I close my buy stop for the moment?
For the moment.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Do whatever you feel you want.
I was expecting fireworks for this trade.
Yeah, I mean now you can, man. I've seen this before, and if this happens again, this is going to be awesome. That the news came out bad, which would push gold up. So now gold is not pushing right now. Maybe it's going to push on closer towards NYC Open, like by 9:15.
Yep. Well, in a 15-minute, that was pretty decent, to be fair.
Yes.
Bouncing off that. I was going to say, I didn't know if anyone was looking at that, but
I'm
it's
watching
pretty
that.
smart.
Usually when there's news events, I watch the 15-minute candles.
Yeah, I tend to move down, yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's true. Because, if someone's really, really itching for something to happen, I mean, this is your risk. Your risk is around 16, 17 pips. And then your reward is much, much greater. Then you're expecting price to break above 1576 here.
Yep.
That was a poor move for news as well, though. In all honesty, it didn't really do a lot at all, did it?
It is so much fun to watch today's stream. Yeah.
I hope this flies up for you guys now. That makes it feel awesome.
Technically speaking, it's not a sell because candles have not closed below.
Correct.
They're closing above this area. And as long as this candle doesn't break the low of the previous one, we should continue back in the range and move continue.
We're just doing what we did yesterday with this area here. It's the same idea.
Yeah.
It just kept bouncing around, so you're going to have this bounce around over here, and then eventually we're going to break up to here.
I mean, the level I was marking it off personally was there's a 30-minute high to the left, a little way to the left, and it's just bouncing off the top of them candles. Yes. Basic 266, I think it is 268, something like that.
Yeah.
Around that level.
And if it goes up, someone's going to get mad. Oh, Raja didn't tell us when he entered. Oh. Giving ideas with stop loss and everything. You just have to execute.
Just have to have a pen and paper and write down what we say.
Yeah. Made 500 euro with Monty and Raja. Life is good. Oh, nice.
Nice, man. Well played.
Oh, someone's up 1% today. Better than what the banks give you. That's awesome.
When did you post the GBP buy? Stop the cap. What the hell does a cap mean, anyways? Why do people use such stupid slang?
I don't get that.
It's like, oh man, the cap. No cap.
Is that
Yeah,
US
no
thing?
cap. I don't know what it is, but it sounds stupid. Like, no
Oh.
cap. Like, yeah, I didn't put my baseball cap on today.
We're just too old, man.
We're supposed to.
We ain't down with the kids.
No, I'm not. Like, it's just...
I'm not for sure. Go on, gold.
Okay, my chickies, move position to auto break even. Yes, Carwin, moving to break even.
I am a boomer. I'm fine with being a boomer.
Man, boomers have more money than millennials. What are you talking about?
Straight.
Oh, come on, don't say that, man.
Damn straight.
Man,
That
you
is
know
a boomer.
how hard for millennials is it to buy a house now? Man,
That's
so
the boomer's
hard.
fault.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
Boomers
but they don't
bought
want.
yeah.
But millennials don't want houses anyways. They just want to travel the world and rent cars. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the lifestyle. Like no, but in all honesty, if you look at people, they love living in like these condominiums and they love having fancy cars. Like they want just a small place to live, just so they have a bed and they want to just be able to drive and do stuff.
Yep.
And I disagree with that. Like I need space. Like when I lived in a condo, I was going stir crazy. I mean, I have property, you know, but it's just when I'm in a condo, it's not fun. Mind you, a big condo, like if it's like 2,500 square feet or 2,000 square feet, that's fine. Like I can deal with that. Not the 500 ones, yeah.
A football field.
Well, yeah, like my previous condo that I had was like 2,300 square feet.
Was it really? That's huge, dude.
Yeah, because it's just you feel nice, like you have space. Like I just didn't want like the some people live in a 500 square foot condo, and it's like, oh, it's a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be keen on that.
Okay, gold is running a train.
Yeah, gold is gonna keep on running.
Yeah, that's an awesome hold.
All right, good. Now I can move. I can move my stop back up to 20 pips and be happy.
From when I indicated that this buy idea, we have moved 15 pips from there. Yeah. It's just...
GJ's going to go a bit more.
Oh, really?
GJ,
I think so.
Moving, yeah. Oh, yeah. GJ's going to.
I'm getting
GJ's gonna
excited.
fly.
At 2 o'clock, man. Well, what's it, 9? 9
Yeah.
o'clock? Yeah. Just keep
I
an
think
eye
you
on
might tap out today. Honestly, I'm looking at like 143,300. I think that's a tap out for today. But like I said, you could probably get to 500-600 the way it's moving.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I took a position with GJ. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want to.
I don't want to miss out all of it.
No, because now gold is running fine, so I'm like, I might as well just jump in with GJ too and see what I can grab off of. GJ's go.
Yeah, I think you're good for a bit. We'll see. Stay above 43 would be nice. Yeah. It's held around there for a little while now, so it's like it's just chilling. We'll see.
What was the turning point? What was between you and your profit? The turning point was discipline, really. Discipline. That was it. Just discipline. Not over trading, not over risking. Like I was up for today. For gold, I used a very like I used the one lot. You know, that would have made no difference. It's just discipline. If you lose a trade, call it a day. If you win a trade, just like be very cautious of what you do in the market. That's very important. It's like be very cautious of who you look at when you go to the gym with your wife or something like that. You know.
What?
Can
you elaborate a little more on that? You're so smart. What should you be careful of when you're at the gym with your wife?
I've never done that, but I saw a skit yesterday. Yeah. Looking at different angles. Ooh, look at that gold go.
Different angle.
See, overtrading in my view is just taking a buy and then closing, then taking a sell, then taking another buy, another sell, and when price is going up, let's say you took a sell here on GJ. Price went up, you took another sell. Price goes up, you took. That's overtrading. Because the first sell you take, you know how much you're going to lose, and then when the second sell you take, now you're losing more than what you anticipated. When price moves up, you take another sell. Now you lose even more than what you anticipated. That's overtrading. And a lot of people are in sells right now in GJ. They're expecting price to break down. That's...
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know this, man. Guys are in sells right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right. Yeah, I won't be pressing this.
It's funny though because they take sells and they're like, oh, rejection. I'm like, okay, keep going.
Rejection.
A better sell on GJ, which will be still risky, is going to be when you have a 30-minute candle break this low, and then you can say, okay, now we're going to take a sell down to this area right here. But for now, man, when the bus is going up, you get on the bus to go up.
Yeah, don't jump in front of
We're
it.
going
Man.
up.
Well, now it's too late anyway, but...
Yeah, don't jump in front of it. Gonna get run down hard.
Yeah, I just close my GJ. I don't want to play with that. My gold profit. I don't want to lose gold profit on GJ right now.
Yeah,
I'll wait till tomorrow for GJ.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know. I'm ambitious, but my gold trade is running very well, so I'd rather just hold that.
Mm-hmm. Now, if it goes to 30, 40 pips, I'd love that. Totally.
It looks like it'll go fill that wick up there above 76.
Well, yeah, it's gonna hit that range. I know that. So we got lots of time right now, and especially with the with the U.S. stock market opening at 9:30, and they absorb the CPI data, it'll push it a little bit more.
And that's Eastern time, right? So that'd be 8:30 Central time in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's a loud ass vibrate.
Do you mind explaining what is buy stop? I think you need to go and read babypips.com because, man, I don't know, this stream is, I think it's not advanced. It's kind of advanced, but not that advanced. But you need to have some sort of knowledge about trading when you jump on. Where is the stop loss for gold? I already closed my buys, but if you are still in it, my stop was down over here at 1571, as we explained before. And this should continue moving, I think, by NYC open.
Hey team, how's it going?
All right, now I'm heading off. I'll see you guys in the morning tomorrow.
Is a later.
See you, Paul.
See you, Paul. Man, it's been a while.
I'm ending off as well, guys. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Chart update.
Let's go, gold. Come on.
Come on, gold. Let's go, gold. Top of the range hits. Easy play.
Sir.
And nicely done, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Very well done.
50 pips deep now.
And we hit some good trades today.
Yeah, I think everyone got like 40,
Yeah.
50, 60 pip trades today. That's really good.
Yeah.
Considering all this week was rubbish.
Yeah, we just had to wait.
Oh, a beautiful trade, man. Come on.
Break out the magic keys. Break out the
Magic is on point. Shit. Wow. Wow. Man.
It's like a good luck
Let's
charm.
go.
Then I close half.
Yeah, I think if you entered the trade where Raja said back at 1572, you should be looking to close your trade now or moving your stops to break even and allowing the trade just to run. Because you hit the top of the range and gold is very finicky when it hits the top of a level. So just really keep that in mind. So you basically played zone to zone. So we talked about this zone over here. Right here, this zone, and then basically this zone here. That's exactly what you just did. So you have to respect the fact that you hit this area here and that was your target. Excuse me. If you're wanting to hold more, then essentially your stop loss is here and you have to allow the trade just to do what it does.
Wow. This is great.
Yes, sir. That is.
I mean, gold is doing exactly what we thought and said it would.
Yeah, man.
Is my chart showing? No. I think I missed it, but this is the point where if someone's in buys, you should be putting securing your profits on gold here and letting them run.
I just said that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We got you, man.
Yeah, because I said if you took Raj's trade, you should be probably putting your stop probably over here somewhere. And if you did, you should basically take profit now over here because we basically went zone to zone.
Yes.
So if this was your first trade of the day, this should be your profitable trade. You should just close because that was a good 30 pips.
Isn't it strange how we all think the same thing? Just all on the same page, yeah. We're all doing exactly the same thing. Right, I better close now. Be interesting to see how the new candle starts. Yeah. Do you think it could just push straight up?
I think you might find there might be a quick push and then there'll be a pullback back into this range. So you'll fill the 9 o'clock candle will fill this candle here quick, like very, very quick, and then we'll drive right back down here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we come a little bit further down before we fly back up.
Yeah, sensible.
I mean, if we get to 1577, I might look to close my position because that'll be 70 pips.
I think he'll come back at that point for sure. That's the yeah. Wow, what's that, man? That's well out.
Let me know when you close there, because more than likely, if you close this, market is gonna move all the way up.
Damn, EJ's going on. Yo.
When you guys log into Zoom, keep your auto mute on. You guys are all off mute. Automatically mute yourself when you log in. Like change your settings because you're creating all this feedback in everybody's mics and headsets.
Please.
Like that's the first setting you should use in Zoom is when I log in, please put me on mute.
Mine does it automatically. I didn't even know there's an option for it.
There is an option, but yeah, some people don't use that option for some reason.
He usually comes in just with the mic on.
Yeah.
Want to disturb the peace.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to hear people rustling through their bed, taking a shit and all that other stuff.
I heard someone fucking snoring yesterday. That was not cool.
I thought I could see GJ coming back down.
I was talking to some guy at my work this morning, and he told me he's been in Euro USD buys since 110.85. Still holding them today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good
he's
luck.
$700. I was like, man, like, I told him not to buy too. I was like, man, it looks like it's gonna go down to like 108. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna place a buy anyways, and I'll hold it if it continues to drop.
Well, then take that advice.
Stefano, mute your mic, please. Thank you.
That's like auto.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I think with gold, if you got out, that was a perfect exit at the top of the range. So that was the trade, basically 1572, 1573 to 1575. You have to get used to taking profit at those levels. When you look at this structure of the market, really, when you identify it, this was your zone that you're bouncing off of. And we talk about this a lot, is as soon as this pair moves away from that zone, more than likely we're going to travel up to the next zone. And the next zone, you have to look at exactly where it starts, right? So that's probably not a good one. Your next zone effectively is this long. This is your zone. Because what you're doing with your zone is you're saying the tip of any type of rejection is the beginning of that zone. Just because this candle is at the top of that range, any given point, price can reject, even if it comes like right to that little tip there that I hadn't highlighted. You have to understand that that is a rejection point for price. We don't know as retail traders how big or how fast the rejection is going to be. All you can say is, hey, at that, once we get to that point, there's going to be a good, clear chance that we're going to reject. Now, when you look closer, what you would do is you can then say, okay, I don't want to be in that rejection area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a resistance line right over here, and I'm going to basically take a trade to that resistance part, because I don't know how deep these wicks, like how deep we will go in there, but I do see to my left directly bodies of candles that hit that area. So these are safer for you to trade through, because that's where price was the strongest, or there was enough people in at that price at the same time. Because with the rejection, this is where we have quick spikes in price and pullbacks, similar to what we have on the downside. So you want to always make sure when you're closing your trades, and you can go through and you can backtest this information, that you close probably towards the body of the candle, because that's usually your safest position to take profit. So if we look at specific examples, I just marked up one over here, you could see this could be your target, but then we're targeting the end of the bodies of these candles, and obviously the wick continued to go through, but the safer bet would have been right to the top of that body of the candle there. So when you look at trading, you have your safe targets, which are, the tops of the bodies of the candle, and then you have your long-term targets, which when we have momentum, we always say that the wicks will be filled because price is pushing forward. And then take it one step further and you say, well, how do I know that's going to happen? Well, think about where you are in the timing of the candle. So right now we're coming close to the end of the hour. Look at the smaller time frames within that hour to see where the range was the strongest. And you know that a hour candle is built by 4 15-minute candles, and each one of those 15-minute candles does something different in the hour. So you have to study those elements and understand how they work related to the pair that you're trading. And as you study those elements more and you put the story together, you'll see that, hey, yeah, at 8:45, I should have taken profit at gold because we hit the top of that range. And we know that the last 15-minute candle on gold has a little bit of a pullback because it creates a wick, because we can see there's been wicks created all the way through in the last few hours. So those are little signs that you can use to help you, and that you don't get frustrated because you held the trade till like 9 o'clock, and then it pulls back down to zippity squirrel, right? So it's just something to keep in mind as you trade. You look for things that happen on a more frequent basis. You don't go on the fact that the one time that you traded gold, the candle just flew up like 80 pips. You don't look at that. That's an anomaly. What you look at is when you're trading, the consistent thing that pair does. And a lot of times the trade is going to run a little bit further. But then there's also a lot of times where you got out at the right end, right exit, and you have to be comfortable with that. You have to present your targets, hit your targets, and then leave, and that's perfectly okay. Like if gold runs a train now to 1580 and you close at 1575, that's okay. You have to get used to that, because the idea at the time of your trade was to hit the target of 1575. You achieved that target with no stress, no issue. You have to leave the chart at that point. You can't turn around and say, well, now I want to get more. No, if you wanted to get more, then your target would have been 1580, and you would have moved your stop loss just in the profits, and you would have been accepting of the fact that your trade could pull all the way back down to 1573 or 1572 and stop you out at break even, or stop you out with 10 pips or whatever the number would be. So you have to make those conscious decisions before you enter the trade. And as you're in the trade, you cannot turn around and say, well, I wish I should have held longer. I wish I should have done that. Yeah, it's great that that could have happened, but you planned for a trade. You executed according to your plan. That is trading. It's not, well, I could have gotten more. You're always going to be able to get more. There's always more to be gotten, but the idea is understanding your own risk tolerance and what made sense to you at the time. This is my first live session here. Looks like you're also waiting to sell gold. No, Anthony, we're not looking to sell gold. Okay. Anthony and Eric, you guys just got here. I implore you to use the rules on the live stream, which is if you have charts, provide them and analysis, and that's the best way that you're going to take advantage of this stream. So don't ask what we're doing or how we're doing it. You should be leveraging this stream for your own personal knowledge and providing charts and analysis so that it'll help you. The analysis that we give and we've put on already has been here since 6:30. It's now 9 o'clock. The stream has been going on for, I guess, 2.5 hours. So at this point, if you're jumping on now, you're late to the party. Go grab some melted ice cream in the buffet, because the buffet was good about an hour ago. And if you have questions about how to send charts, what to do, there is a description underneath the YouTube session where you're looking at your live stream. There's a whole whack of information that you can look at before you ask any other questions. So just letting you know, because this stream, I'm pretty sure Raja will kill very shortly. I don't know why people that come on this stream for free would like to be on a Zoom call and pay money for that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like if I was learning how to trade, this is the thing. If I was on this live stream right now and this was the first day or this was my first time learning how to trade, I wouldn't even show up here and speak. I would stay silent. I wouldn't put anything in the chat box. I wouldn't do anything. I would take a look and I would see information that's happening on the charts. I would start to look at things. And then what I would do is over the weekend, I would go through all the videos on this channel. And I wouldn't watch every single one of them, but I would look at videos that have the most views, videos that are a little bit older, videos that have the most comments. And I would start watching those videos to get a grasp on what's happening here. And then based on that, I would turn around and go into the live streams and I would look at live replays of things and I would see, hey, what do they do? How do they do it? And I would start writing notes about what goes on every morning between 6:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning. And then from there, I would take ideas and I would formulate my own plan on how I would attack the charts and what pairs I would trade. And then I guarantee you will have a better opportunity at being successful as a trader. And I think you will have a very, very good experience using this channel. Coming here asking, this is my first time, how do I do this, what do I do there? That's like going into McDonald's and saying, what's a Big Mac? Like, you know what? I think maybe just take a step back, Google Big Mac, figure out what a Big Mac is made of, and then go to the store and decide if you want to try a Big Mac. Detailed questions? You can put detailed questions here in the regular chat. Ted, break past 77, you targeting 1580? Yes, ma'am. Amanda, nice to see you again. We haven't chatted in a while. You've been hiding in Florida.
Wow, GJ might hook back on me.
Yeah, GJ, we hit a big level on the higher time frames.
I think
support.
Yeah, that's
now
gold is dropping it.
Be nice to sit, hold that support there, would be cool.
I'm just gonna will it into existence.
I come and go to start to go back down.
Oh.
That's you, Chris?
No, I'd never add stuff on a screen
What a
just in
star.
Problem if we broke the 1570, more than likely we're gonna continue heading down to fill the previous weeks.
That's what you said earlier, dude. Yeah.
But try.
It was the
Oh,
hand.
it's gonna be the hand of God. That's-
I knew it.
God damn. Oh, nice. At least he's a strong.
Wow.
I find this in any stream. It's just dramatic.
That's right.
So awesome.
You're not gonna find this mayhem in other streams.
Because we're very professional, obviously.
Working.
If this works. Oh,
Yeah, it worked.
I was thinking the same. If
You rejected
this
it right
works,
if you could
we're
just
gonna
draw,
have-
yeah, just draw one on GJ for me. It'd be real good. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, please. It'll be perfect.
GJ, I think
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Oh,
Oh, it kind of works too. Look.
Oh, nice.
oh man.
To be honest, I don't think this 30-minute candle has enough strength to go up, but then I think the next one will probably bounce.
I mean, looking at 15, if that's just it pulling back to grab more orders, that's a real good sign. But
15 minutes, all right?
maybe, you see. Shh, don't scare it, man.
My drawing can work for GJ as well, right?
I would say it's looking good right now. Just
It's
working.
It works
I
on
was
both.
thinking the same. Yeah,
And
I was thinking the same.
I wish I had these superpowers. It's just,
And I took my last trade for the day on GG. Stop loss is 142.83. Entry was 142. 10 pip stop loss. I'm looking for 143.20.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yes. I want 144. daily option.
Okay, what's this? High made, should be retested. Waiting for support to be formed here. Bullish candle for confirmation. Yeah, looks good. Great idea,
Yeah.
nice idea.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well planned trade.
Go on, GJ.
Yes,
man.
GJ.
Wow.
Go,
Yeah,
GJ.
man.
Shoot this shit.
Shut this shit.
What a day.
SSDD.
Oh, wrong chart. Oh, what's this? Gold 4 hour. Let's get this fat man out of the way.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Entering after a breakout. Next target. Yeah, it looks good. I still think if this support is being held after NYC open, this should break to the upside.
Gold. And GJ, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't.
I tell you, there's so many TikTok videos you can make with trading in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got an imagination, you can make so much.
Oh, yeah.
TikTok video.
I'm telling you, Raja, your update should be TikTok videos. Today we watched GJ, don't be suspicious. Or hey, Raja, another one would be so today I decided to trade GJ and this is how it went, right? You know that other video where they show all those pictures? profits.
Oh, and this is how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it went like
this.
I know.
Oh, we watch way too much TikTok.
No,
We've so got issues.
Someone keeps asking, what do you mean by don't be suspicious? You have to watch TikTok and you'll know.
If
Yeah,
you're
we can't
TikTok
explain
pro.
it.
Yeah, if you're TikTok pro, you know.
I have TikTok, but
Yeah.
You're missing everything, Bobby. You should be on
Now,
that.
Bobby, trust, don't start.
and it's time consuming because I can spend like 20 minutes just watching videos on TikTok.
20 minutes?
20
I
minutes.
could do 20
Wow.
minutes.
Jeez, yeah.
No, wait,
Holy
no,
cow.
that's too much, man.
Bro, hours.
Remember, I have-
I'm on 7-8 hours, man. Like I've gone to a point where I've scrolled through everything and I'm getting repeats.
Oh wow.
Oh dear. Nah. As much as I want to see gold go back into the 80s, I'm going to have to go. Oh, what a shame. Good day though, boys.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that.
Good, Chris.
I'll catch you all later on.
bye, Chris.
Yeah.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, mate. Good, mate.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Here comes gold. Don't be suspicious. Is that the boot to kick it up? What is that? I feel like we're playing Pictionary.
Please, that doesn't look right.
That's a private drawing, by the way.
TikTok is my playground. I harvest the fresh cringe for masses every day. That's awesome. break 1576. Any comments on my trade, guys? DJ Rob, you need to post a chart and post some ideas of what you did with that chart. Can this method be applied on other markets beside Forex as well? Harry, that's a good question. I haven't applied it to other markets, so maybe if you did that and report back and see if that made sense. I think we focus mainly on the FX market here. That's the only reason why we've never tested it on other markets.
Oh, finally, Beat and TV sent a chart. Oh. Is resisting 61 fib again, also previous resistance. Does it make sense as technical to go down CPI? Well, it's up to you. If you want to take a sell, then you know where your stop loss is going to be, and then you're going to know where your take profit is going to be, and you're going to take a sell. But CPI was bad. Can we play TikTok here?
Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't.
Oh no! Oh wow, he made when you wait for candles to close, sometimes the move is done, and yes, your entry is late. It's difficult to anticipate some of the moves, especially on GG and Gold, because they move so fast. Yes, that's true. That comes with experience and watching it happen over and over again. How is that even entertaining? Well, you need a special kind of brain to find TikTok entertaining. For example, me, I find TikTok really entertaining, and as for my wife, she doesn't find TikTok entertaining at all. She thinks they're all losers. I'm like, oh, okay. Market makers manipulating charts with TikTok. Yes. Raja, you live in Toronto. Yes. Well, Mississauga. Have you noticed the difference in the market since algorithms are more widespread and will it affect retail trading in future? No, I don't think it's going to affect it at all, because I think the market is moved by human perception, and humans tend to make the same mistakes over and over again. That's why the patterns you see, they happen over and over again. Let's check this out. Someone sent a chart. Oh, nice. Someone's in USD JPY buys. Beautiful. Raja's sense of humor is basic. Yes, I'm a basic person. Ted, out of curiosity, how many trades have you taken this week? Okay. I live in Mississauga. Oh yeah, man. Let's grab some shawarma royale. Shawarma royale is pretty good. I don't think algorithms are really. I mean, I've seen a change in USD JPY. I mean, USD JPY used to have a lot of volume. Now it's just like a dead cat. I mean, it moves sometimes, but man, like, look at this. This is a 10 pip 1 hour candle. I also have with wicks.
Yo, 10 people. Okay, though.
Yeah. UJ used to have tons of we used to trade UJ all the time.
Ah, serious.
What's your KD in MW? I don't know what KD is. How long did it take you to be refunded by FTMO? Oh, FTMO. Osmos or Laziz? No, I just said Shorma Real. See, this is what I mean by listening. People don't listen correct. What's your average returns per month? I think around like 25-30%. Yeah, something like that. I really love this. Yes. Oh, kill to death ratio. I don't know. When I first started, it was pretty bad, but now average kill to death ratio per map is like 1.2, 1.5. It's getting better. I'm getting really good at Call of Duty. Oh, someone sent the wrong chart.
Let's play Call of Duty, man.
Yeah, I have to go to the gym. I have to do some chest today.
After the gym?
Yes. I'm down.
Alright.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Why you don't trade oil? Because I don't trade oil. Let's do wages. Put money on it. No, I don't. I don't bet. Betting is haram in Islam, so I don't do that. We have a few seconds left here for NYC Open. Let's see if the NYC Open can push this further up. Oh.
Las manos.
How did you get on the plane? I thought you were on the no-fly list. This is exactly what we figured would happen. Why don't we go ahead and walk away from? But why don't you? Why have you never renounced your father's terrorism?
Wow, people are nosy everywhere. Mic open. What do I have to write to inform myself about that? About what, Yannick? Oh, what? Do you know a guy named Nilab? Yes. Me and Nabila are friends. Is FX betting also haram? No, it's halal. Do you know trading with EDZ? No, I don't. Can you please write from when to where sessions are, or Wix don't lie? Can you please? I think you need to really stop coming back to the stream. Anze Jarele. You need, it's like, seriously. Just close the stream and never come back. Man, like, it says right in the description. Everything is there in the description.
Oh, shit.
Wow, look at that. Gold cannot break above 1575.
I know.
Wow.
range again.
I'm gonna just watch GG too, just stuck here.
We need more. We need a rocket ship. We need this to rocket up. But it's not going to. I can't see us, to be honest, breaking this low here, but I can't see us also breaking this high. So I think we're just stuck.
Wow. Came back down.
Hello, are you trading cryptocurrency? No.
Hmm.
Do you believe every strategy out there is simply just based on L's and highs of the market? All these methods people using what I call smart money. There's no such thing as smart money. I don't know. I just trade the way how I trade over here, and that's about it.
People are always looking for that magical solution, and trading, there is no solution. Trading is an art form. Everybody looks at art differently. Trading is the exact same way. Once you find a method that works for you, just repeat it over and over again. That's how you print money. You just do the same thing over and over again. The hardest part is finding what works for you, but that's part of your growth. That's part of what makes trading what it is. I think a lot of people think this is a university or a high school course where you show up for 3 months and then once you finish it, you should be able to be in the markets. It doesn't work that way. It can take you 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 years to learn how to do this. It's just, I think people are always trying to look for just a solution because they're afraid of that they're not going to find it themselves. You will find which method of trading works for you. I guarantee it. If you are passionate about trading and this is what you want to do, you will test, refine, and you will figure out eventually what works for you through trial and error. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Wow, Ted, that purple line matches up exactly with GJ.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I was watching it.
That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Raja, I'm currently driving. That is why I'm asking about GBP and ZD. If the current bullish push of liquidity grab to head down, I can't say. Well, if you're currently driving, you should focus on driving.
I was just about to say that. Like, what are you doing even looking at charts while you're driving?
Yeah, man.
That's dangerous. Damn.
Stranger danger.
You gotta focus onto it.
Oh, someone sent a chart. Stops below previous 30-minute candle, expecting price to retest high. Perfect. Trade. Trading the trend. Okay, so this is for all the blind people here in YouTube. If you're legally blind, don't take offense to this, but if you can see and you're still blind, this is for you. So when the stream starts, this is what you see here, right? Oh, let me just mute this.
It still works.
Oh, okay. So this is what you see here. This is what you see here. And if you scroll down, you will see this information here. This information will say live New York sessions hosted 6:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. Okay? And people will still ask me, oh, what time are the live streams? And then you have, watch this stream for the rules. You watch this for the rules. And then my Instagram, email, everything. And then, oh, what broker do you use? Well, here's the information here. And I don't know why I have this anymore, but I gotta remove this. I'm just too lazy to remove.
Oh, GJ. I'm trying to play this thing. Oh, never mind.
Oh man, this is awesome. Someone sent me a meme. Oh wow, GJ is moving more bullish.
Yes, let's go.
See what I mean about head and shoulders on GJ? It's forming a dislocated shoulder.
Yes.
Wow. What a move. If you guys understand this, you'll find this very funny. Man, my heating is not working at my house. The motor is blown.
Must be cold.
No, I bought 3 electrical heaters yesterday, so we got them running. It's pretty good now.
3 of them at once.
Yeah. Gotta run the wires underneath the tiles now too to get the floors warmed up as well. Gotta get those warm tiles, you know.
Yeah, you'd be surprised to have heated floors. It's not that expensive. People think that having heated floors is expensive. It's not. The radiant heat that you get from that you like from the electrical bill, it's not that much. So if you have your bathroom, like my bathroom has heated floors, it's not that much.
Yeah, it's not because like it doesn't run all the time.
That's right. That's exactly it. Like a lot of people think, oh, you have heated floors or whatever. It's crazy. No, it's not. It's, you know what, like what you do is the heated floors. I have them connected when you turn the lights on. So if you're like taking a shower, as you get out of the shower, the floor is warm.
Ah.
Right. Because like you're not going to be in the shower for like 10 seconds. Usually you're in the shower for a couple minutes. So by the time you get out of the shower, the floor is heated.
Yeah, my feet are getting cold all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, get those heated floors, man. You can also get them like the portion of your house too. Like no need to get
Yes.
the whole thing.
No, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Portion.
Yeah, I think it was like $10 per square feet.
Amazon?
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Yeah, going to Home Depot, there's what you're looking for is you're looking for radiant heat. You don't want the water heat, you want the radiant. So basically what you do is when you install flooring, underneath your flooring you have your subfloor and then you also have your under padding. In under padding, you turn around and you can use like the radiant heat at that point.
Yeah, it's like a whole mat.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not expensive at all.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, that's dope. There's underfloor heating too.
Yeah.
It's too much work though.
Well, no, that's what that is though. You put it under your flooring.
Well, make sure you don't get cold feet. Especially when you're trading, you don't need cold feet.
Oh shit, GG's on 200.
Ted, do you think GJ may go to the 143,540 today? Do you think we have enough momentum?
For GJ, 100%.
Yeah.
We're gonna top out at 360, or like where Raj is putting that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my first take profit was at 143.20. But man, looking left, if we break this area where 143,350 is, more than likely we're gonna be heading to the 143,500s. I mean, but I don't want to be like greedy here.
I was holding on to 143,600.
I think you might get a quick tap to 600 if anything, but it's not going to hold. Like this whole move right now is the initial drive up. So if you're trading this move on GJ and you're pushing up, I think you know, as you start to secure profits, like I think like 142,800 is a good area to secure, because I think we're going to bounce around in that area next week and then eventually start to drive to 144. Similar to gold, like gold's at the top of the range again. So like we need to break out of this area, like the 1575 to 1578. And once we do that, then, you know, you'll find, but the other problem is we're coming into London close. So you're going to get a huge bullish move with GJ. It's going to go really hard. But in the same instance, once you get to 143,400 or 143,300, I'd be very, very cautious, because this move is coinciding with the end of the hour. So like right now we're in the second half of the hour for GJ, which is normally when we get that huge volume push when you're trading GJ. But the 10 o'clock hour, like next hour, sometimes there's usually big reversals. Like there's a big reversal for 30 minutes. Like it just pulls for some reason. Like if you notice the last 2 weeks at 10 a.m., there's been hard pullbacks. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you can get to 143,400 or 300, and then, you know, you're comfortable with that, with that closure, I think you'd be okay, or at least securing profits, because GJ will just, I think GJ is going to have a massive pullback back into this zone. I think this will pop off. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact when you look left, you're entering this area here. So this candle directly here is mirroring this candle right here. So we know that we're going to probably complete to this level, but the issue and the underlying idea is you're coming into a zone like right over here. And that's scary to me, because a lot of times, you know, people will get caught up with the instance that, hey, we're mirroring this candle here, and that's accurate. But then you sort of forget about this little area here, and then you're like, oh man, why did GJ just suddenly pull back? It's because we've tapped into a heavy area, and you know, we've had bullish momentum now for the last couple of hours. So it just leads me to believe that there could be a bit of a pullback at that point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Because basically based on the trade that we took yesterday on GJ sales, because we had the consolidations areas, I was waiting for a break above the 142,800s, and that we had that breakout. I just wait for the pullback, and I entered from buys. But man, I was looking for 143,200, but we already broke that 200s, and in this area to the left hand side.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it comes down to sort of your comfort level. Like if I was in this trade from 142,300 or 142,500, which we were talking about, at this point, I would have my stop at like 143, maybe 142,900, 142,800, and I would be holding, because I believe that we have further upside. But if you're looking for just a solid trade for today and, you know what, closing in profits, I think where we're headed to right now, like we're getting to 142, 143, 300, I think that's a very safe opportunity at that point.
Yeah.
So it's dependent, once again, on your comfort level, where you're taking the trades, what your risk is for the day, what's your profit targets for the day. Like there's so many factors, but that's, in my opinion, like where Raja's marked out that gray box, that would be my profit for today. I'd be like, hey, I'm good. Because we're coming late into the session right now, and you know what? I don't think you're going to get much more of a move. You might get maybe another 10, 20 pips, right? But in the grand scheme of things, we've already moved 80 pips this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted. I was about to hold it on to 600, but I changed my mind.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, don't change your mind because of what I'm saying. This is what I would do if I was trading. If I was trading GJ, I would look at the target that Raja put up and be like, you know what? We've had such a strong movement now. How much stronger is that movement going to be? Like, what exactly is going to happen?
Well, it was consolidating yesterday below the trend line that I had, which is the 142, 480 to 142 to 180. And then it just popped right back up like this morning.
Oh, I'm going to get stopped out of gold. Gold's going to stop me out.
And I was
close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close GJ then, because I got another 30 pips from its last move.
Oh, I think it's hard.
It's gonna be fair now.
At a line 142, 800, 880,
No.
880. And then you rejected that with the bearish candle with the 1 hour, and then start bullish right now. Means from 142.89, and that's the average line for the before the shoulder of that on a favorite fifth one, where it created shoulder and head. So let me set a chart.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
What is that? Is that Drew Raga?
No, I was trying to make a TikTok that how price came over here and people started to look at head and shoulders to take sells, and then TJ went, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
That's awesome. I just got stopped at a gold. Oh, well. That was a fun trade. Gold is stuck in that range again, and people are selling gold, and they're going to get trapped again, and I'm going to laugh.
Oh, it's 10 a.m. almost. Okay, guys, I'm going to head off. Take care.
All right. Take it easy.
Okay, Raji. Take care, buddy.
Have fun, buddy. Shukriya.
All right, shukriya.
Allah Hafiz.
Bye.
Bye.